Hi, this is Don Matheson from AZ Golf Homes and ScottsdaleRealEstate.com, and I am really excited to be here today with Dan Worth. And Dan is the Director of Public Works for the City of Scottsdale. And Dan is a really busy guy, so this interview is going to be a little bit short because Dan manages over 100 capital improvement projects, over 200 buildings in the city of Scottsdale, nearly 2,000 miles of pavement in our city, and not only that, but he arranges to have our garbage picked up on time, and that is awesome. And Dan he is an engineer by profession with the University of Maryland for his graduate school.
Right.
How am I doing?
You're doing good.
Oh, good.
I like it. You're making me sound real good.
And we're lucky here as a citizen in the city of Scottsdale to have Dan on board doing what he does. So Dan, with all that going on, what do you like best about your job, would you say?
That's easy. I really enjoy doing public service. That's essentially what I've done my whole adult life. We were talking earlier, I spent 22 years in the military, serving at the national level, overseas, and several fun and exciting places, and I'm doing the same thing now, providing service to the citizens of this community. I really take a lot of satisfaction from being able to look at myself in the mirror at the end of the day and know that I wasn't working to pad my bottom line or something like that, as noble as it may be, but I was working to make life better for the people that live in our community. It's what drives me. It's where I get my satisfaction from this job.
Well, we want to thank you for that service, military service. I mean, we really appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
You know, being I'm a newer citizen, I really appreciate that a lot. So tell me, how, there's a lot of focus on green and green energy and going green and recycling and all that kind of stuff, but could you touch on a couple things that maybe the city of Scottsdale is doing that you think could be really great and that kind
I'd
of
love
thing for us?
to. We are big into sustainability, and it's for a couple of reasons. Our community values sustainability a great deal. We've done surveys, we've gone out and asked people who live in Scottsdale what means the most to them, and they talk about things like the Sonoran Desert Preserve, like our preservation of the desert environment in general. They put a great value on environmental sustainability. It's also fiscal sustainability for us. If we save resources, we're saving money, and everybody knows that we've been in a tight budget situation the last few years. So we really build sustainability in everything we do. Just a couple of examples. You mentioned our Capitol building program. We have one of the most aggressive sustainability policies in the country for our public buildings that we build. We go after the highest rating by policy in leadership in energy and environmental design, a worldwide common standard for building sustainable facilities. Takes into account energy conservation, water conservation, indoor environmental quality, whole range of things. And we've got a record of success. Every major public building that we've built in the last 5 years has achieved LEED certification. We've got 2 of them that were certified at the absolute highest level that the standard allows. It's 2 out of 6 in the entire state of Arizona that we have here in the city of Scottsdale.
So how many buildings have we got that are LEED certified?
I think we're up to 6 right now.
Is that right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we learned through our class, of course, where
Yeah.
we met you. That's pretty neat. What about solar energy? What are we doing in that regard, and are we moving that direction at all? Or
We are.
Got anything to report there?
We have solar energy as part of the energy portfolio for several buildings. It's part of that LEED standard that I was just talking about.
Right.
So just about every new building that we've built in the last 5 years has at least some solar power. We've got it on the Appaloosa Library, the Arabian Library that have been recently built, the Granite Reef Senior Center. The fire station that we built on Indian School Road, and 2 that are coming close to being completed now have solar power. We're working on some opportunities for some really large-scale solar power right now. We're putting together a proposal, a request for proposals to put out to the solar power industry to come in and build some utility scale, multi-megawatt generating facilities, looking at using our water campus area to try to do that. And our water campus area is really we kind of see that as our sustainability central. That's where we're
Is
taking.
that north of the 101 then?
That's north of the 101, just north of the 101, west side of Pima Road.
Right.
And that's where we do all of our wastewater treatment and reclamation, and we're sending that water to use it on golf courses.
Right.
We're recharging the aquifer with some of that water. Huge sustainability efforts. That's where we have our transfer station, which is part of our solid waste program, and the solid waste program is got one of the best recycling programs in the valley, another huge part of our sustainability efforts, and we hope to put in some significant solar power there, just because we've got an opportunity with the layout of the facility and because it's really in fitting with that sustainability focus of that whole water campus area.
Fantastic. Who would know that public works could be so exciting? And I want to thank you for being here today on our Inside Scottsdale moment. We're here with Dan Worth, and thanks a lot, Dan. Really appreciate
Well, thank you.
coming.
I appreciate you taking the
talking
time.
to us. Okay.